Hennes and Mauritz AB, or H&M as it is commonly called, is the second largest clothing retailer in the world. Second only to Zara, the company is worth about $20 billion with close to 5,000 stores worldwide. But what if I told you that the company started as an inspiration from one man's visit to the United States of America after the Second World War? It's a thrilling story of how one of the world's leading fashion brands emerged. H&M is widely known for its large selection of clothes for kids and adults, and recently, home designs and interior furniture. The business is renowned for its cutting-edge designs at affordable costs. It is also popular for using fast fashion as one of its core business models. With millions of products created annually, it remains one of the fashion giants of the 21st century. In this video, we'll see how the company became the global brand it is today. We'll also see what sets it apart from its competitors. This video is sponsored by Sky is the Limit, an online store where you can get your preferred sneakers and kicks. Chapter 1. A trip to the U.S.
Sit tight. We are now reaching the borders of US.
Our story starts with a journey that a Swiss businessman took about 75 years ago. After the end of World War II, Erling Persson went to the United States. Erling reportedly recalled how pleased he was by the nation's well-run and high-volume stores. It was there and then that he got the idea to open the first store in 1947 in Västerås, Sweden. At first, the store was called Hennes, the Swedish word for hers, and sold only women's clothes. It continued operating for the next 5 years until another Hennes outlet was opened in Stockholm in 1952. Persson quickly thought about expanding to another country, and so in 1954, another Hennes store was opened in Norway. At the time, Hennes sold only women clothing outsourced directly from manufacturers all around Europe. But Erling Persson was about to make another leap that would contribute significantly to the growth of his chain of stores. In 1968, Persson acquired Mauritz Vidfors, a Stockholm-based store that sold fishing gear and clothing, among other hunting goods. The name Hennes then gets changed to Hennes and Mauritz. The stores started stocking and offering men's and kids' clothes for sale, meeting the needs of every family member in terms of fashion. Hennes and Mauritz stores in Sweden and Norway thus became a family-friendly store, and this promptly increased its customer base and popularity among the locals. But this was only the beginning. By 1969, Hennes and Mauritz had more than 40 store locations in countries such as Norway, Denmark, the UK, and Switzerland. The company had grown rapidly in sophistication and popularity. It was an exponential pace of growth, with almost 6 new stores opening every year. With this level of growth, Erling Persson sought to take another bold step to bring his company to greater heights. You see, in 1974, Persson took Hennes and Mauritz public. At this time, the company was commonly referred to as H&M, as the name was changed to the initials of both names in previous years. So, H&M was promptly listed on the Stockholm Exchange, and members of the public could invest and buy shares in the company. H&M became one of the first publicly listed fashion brands on a stock exchange in the world, and its fame only grew bigger and better. But there's more. Before we go any further, I'd like to use this opportunity to thank Sky is the Limit for sponsoring this video. Sky is the Limit has the most luxurious and exclusive sneakers collection in the world. You get to choose from rare and top-of-the-line kicks available on their online store. You can also customize your existing kicks to your preference. You can check out the description section below for the link that will take you straight to their website. Chapter 2. H&M, a pioneer of fast fashion. Between the 70s and 80s, a few fashion companies decided to adopt a business model that would increase their productivity and ultimately bring in more revenue. This model is known as fast fashion, and H&M was one of these few. The basis of fast fashion involves the rapid and cost-effective transfer of a substantial quantity of goods from the designers to the showrooms and boutiques. In most cases, fast fashion items are inexpensive and stylish, almost at a giveaway price, and they are aimed at youthful, fashion-conscious metropolitan consumers. H&M's business strategy is similar, drawn from the concept of fast fashion. Because H&M's model is also contingent on having a solid marketing staff that can swiftly ascertain the target market's needs and swiftly integrate those needs into the supply chain. Basically, the marketing team ensures that whatever products they are pushing out are in tune with the latest trends. Adopting this move helped the company to have an ever-growing demand and a capable supply chain as a response. Although H&M was able to unlock the secrets of fast fashion, the model had its demerits. One example that readily comes to mind is the strain the business strategy had on manufacturers and the lowest workers on the chain. How would these individuals be treated when overcoming this much demand? Since H&M had no direct manufacturing department, it had to work to create fair working conditions for their suppliers, which are the factories that create their products. First, they implemented a trial program for its factories in some parts of Asia to encourage fair working conditions. The scheme involves the firm buying all of the factory's production for a period of 5 years. Rather than trying to enforce through regular compliance inspections, H&M thought that being the only client for these would allow it to more naturally maintain safe working conditions, while also enhancing productivity. Second, they ensured that a greater percentage of the store's inventory is kept in stock all year long. The remainder of H&M products are created and stocked in small quantities as needed, based on the current fashion. H&M depends on its cutting-edge technology to guarantee prompt delivery and short delay times. Chapter 3, towards fruitful collaborations and acquisitions. Beginning in the 1980s and up till the early 2000s, H&M made several strategic alliances to improve their services and respond to the needs of their customers. One of the first decisions was to acquire Rowells, a company that specializes in mail order. H&M thus used the existing structure of Rowells to build a sustainable distribution channel to its customers. As the company began to grow in strength and popularity, a significant change was made in its management personnel. After close to 40 years of building the company from a lowly boutique to a global fashion brand, Erling Persson made the decision to step down as the company's CEO and give way to his son, Stefan Persson. With Stefan at the helm of affairs, the company was on the way to unlock more levels of greatness. The 1990s saw the demise of newspaper advertising in favor of large city billboards, which H&M quickly adopted as an innovative yet incredibly successful form of marketing. As seen by the choice of models, the corporation further demonstrated its evolution into a global brand. Stars and musicians dressed in H&M apparel started to show up with supermodels. The style as portrayed by these models became more than evident and relatable to pop culture at the time, and it was more than enough to convince people at the time to shop with H&M. But that wasn't all. Supermodel Elle Macpherson made her debut for the annual Christmas underwear campaigns in 1990, hosted by H&M. This was an important contribution to the company's reputation and influence in the fashion industry, as numerous media outlets covered and gave attention to the fashion campaigns. Apart from Macpherson, other models commonly referred to as the Big Six joined in modeling during the underwear campaigns. They include Elle Macpherson, Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, Claudia Schiffer, Christy Turlington, and Linda Evangelista. Apart from the Christmas campaign, these models continued to appear in several H&M advertisements during the 1990s. In the year 2000, H&M secured an outlet on Fifth Avenue in New York, signifying its presence in America and taking the market by storm. It also opened several outlets in Spain, which complemented the ones opened in France a couple of years prior. These stores in France and Spain helped the company situate itself firmly in the European market. To fully enter the American market, H&M began collaborating with designers in 2004, first with Karl Lagerfeld. Then it also collaborated with notable individuals like Madonna, Roberto Cavalli, Comme des Garçons, Matthew Williamson, Jimmy Choo, Sonia Rykiel, Lanvin, Versace, Marni, David Beckham, Anna Dello Russo, Maison Martin Margiela, and Isabel Marant. The company continues to maintain a cordial relationship with these individuals to date. Chapter 4. Other notable affairs. Over the years, H&M has been involved in some pretty notable activities, including selling home furniture, sustainability practices, and philanthropy. Let's talk about them a little. For example, the company sent a press release in 2008 announcing that it would start selling furniture for homes. The home furnishings were first sold online, but are currently available for purchase at H&M home locations across the globe. Still, in 2008, in the wake of H&M's Asian expansion, the company opened concept stores in Shanghai and Hong Kong, as well as stores such as COS, Weekday, Monkey, and Cheap Monday, most especially in Asia. According to Interbrand, a brand consultancy firm, H&M was the 21st most valuable worldwide brand in 2009 and 2010 following its global expansion, especially into markets with high potential, like the Asian market. In 2016, Khloe Kardashian and Emme Grede launched Good American, a brand that H&M worked with to offer its Swedish and German shoppers an opportunity to use an e-commerce shop under the H&M with Friends initiative, which was another concept store, although online. Also, the company opened another concept store called Arcade in 2017. Shoppers have the opportunity to enjoy an immersive and fulfilling experience when they visit any of these concept stores. This innovation made by H&M ensured that the brand was more appealing to a more modern customer base, to demonstrate their awareness towards environmental sustainability. H&M started giving customers a voucher in return for their worn clothing in February 2013. ICO, a business that recycles and repurposes used clothing with the aim of establishing a zero-waste economy, was tasked with the processing of the donated apparel. Along with Zara and other fashion giants, H&M modified their supply chain in April 2014 to steer clear of threatened forests. The company collaborated with the nonprofit organization Canopy to eliminate ancient and endangered forests from their supply chain. H&M stopped importing leather from Brazil in September 2019 in reaction to the flames that were destroying the Amazon rainforest. The company sent a public email stating, "The ban will be active until there are credible assurance systems in place to verify that the leather does not contribute to environmental harm in the Amazon." Chapter 5. What has helped H&M stand the test of time? With close to 80 years of existence, how has H&M been able to stay afloat and be in charge of business? Well, several factors have contributed to the brand's success, but I would like to highlight 3 of them. Visual appeal. The layout of H&M's stores is deliberate to enhance the visual appeal of the merchandise. The brand uses a range of strategies, including displays, lighting, and color, to produce an aesthetically pleasing retail environment. Also, when a new store is to be opened, the employees perform a choreographed dance routine to call attention to themselves. Fast fashion. While it can take up to 6 months for certain fashion retailers, H&M designs and produces new styles in just 2 weeks. Designers working for H&M keep an eye out for emerging trends in fashion and translate them into new merchandise. An appeal to emotions. By providing limited edition goods or deals that are available for a short period of time, the company frequently instills a sense of urgency in its consumers. By using this strategy, customers are more inclined to purchase H&M goods before they run out. The rise to prominence of H&M is nothing short of remarkable. It is evidence that big things can happen from small places. Sadly, Erling Persson passed away in October 2002, but his legacy remains and will probably continue for a long time. What impresses you the most about H&M's growth? Let me know in the comments section. Of course, I believe Persson has taught us to keep believing in our hard work, because one day it will pay off, and in that moment, you'll indeed realize that sky is the limit.